This video is dedicated to my cousin who passed away last year. Now, I'm at the park where we went to 2 years ago. It was almost exactly 2 years ago. It was a Saturday night in late October. We came to this exact park right here. And I'm carrying on the tradition to visit this exact park, this location, every single late October on a Saturday. And this is a way to remember him. This is a way to remember and carry on the spirit of Kevin, my cousin Kevin. He grew up around this area. He grew up here. He came to this park often. And now I'm visiting, and I'm able to sense his spirit. I feel his presence. So this is why I do this when I come to where he grew up, where he spent most of his time. I feel his presence because I'm rarely here. And that's dedication. I do this for that dedication, and to show that we're going to remember him. We're going to consistently, go through with this. It's like a ritual. And I did this last year. It was completely different because it was a cold, cloudy day. Today it's been warm and sunny. And I told myself, whatever the weather is like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be here. And it's going to be an amazing experience no matter what. I actually liked when it was cold and cloudy and it rained, because I pushed through it, and I felt I needed to push through it, and I can't, it's hard to explain, but the pain and the hardship of that bad weather, of all those clouds, and sitting there being cold, walking around being cold, I liked it. I enjoyed it. And if you want to watch my other video, it was a year ago. October. It was October 21st of last year. I even said in that video, this is a park that has a lot of open space. There's a lot of open space in this park. And you can't even see all of it yet. This whole area, it feels very magical because there's a lot of open space. It feels very calm. It's not perfect. I can hear a car alarm going off. And I even remember, there were sirens and other things going off in the last video I made. But, as long as I can possibly do this, I am going to show up here and, even listen to some of the music that we were listening to back then. Kevin gave me a purpose. He gave me a reason, to live. And he kept me focused on something that is pure, something that is beautiful, something that can't really be explained. Because what I see a lot in this world is, people are distracted. People, are going down routes that are leading to self-destruction. And, they're not really tapping into their fullest potential at all. And, whenever I was with Kevin, we had an amazing experience. And, he gave me purpose. He gave me hope. He gave me a sense of magic. And when I come here, I can remember him and I can feel his spirit. So, even like I said, when it's cold and cloudy like it was last year, it doesn't matter what it is, because just remembering him and thinking about him, it doesn't even matter what the external condition is, because we were here. We were at this very field right here. And, he taught me a lot. He taught his family and those closest to him so much. I never got into one argument with him. I never got into one fight with him at all. We always got along so well. And, I miss him physically so much. I physically miss him. We just the simple times we hung out when we were just alone, when we were out here. I even remember coming here to this park with him when we were very young. I was 10 years old, and we played baseball here at these parks in the summer. And he kept my mind pure. He kept my mind focused, and for that, this is dedicated to Kevin. I'll be here until the late night hours. I like to do these things where I can push myself, in a way that's dedicated towards him, especially because I haven't really lost anybody else that's very close. That unexpectedly, that's just so abrupt, because he was younger than me. He was only 24 when it happened, and this was early last year, May of 2023. And I know he's still here somehow. I can feel it. And when he left, when he physically passed, everything changed so much, and things just it hasn't been the same, because he was a sense of hope. He was a sense of optimism. So I needed to make this video right here to express that. I'm going to give you one more view of this whole park. I'm gonna go walk around, where he was at, where he lived at now, because this whole place is magic. I even told him, I saw him a week before he passed, got into a car crash. I told him, this park right here is magic, and that was the last time I saw him. I visited him, and I walked over here that day, and then a week later, I heard the news that he passed away in a car crash. So this one goes out to Kevin. I'm starting to realize I seek to be at my full potential, and I dedicate it to you. I got to cut out all the cancers in my life. I got to cut out all that is toxic, all that is holding me back from being my fullest potential. And I must do this consistently. I must be out here in nature like this, beautiful settings, and cut out all the distractions, all that this world and the society has to offer. When I was with Kevin, it was simple. We just focused on the good things, and we never got into arguments. Like I said, you see people fighting, you see all this chaos. This park, it's so calm, it's so simple, and people miss that. They miss out on those simple aspects of nature. Just, look at the sunset. You don't see this often in big cities. What do you see on Instagram and all these social media outlets? It's very fast paced, and do this and go here, and like there's no simplicity to it. This is simple. You don't need all that. You can be out in nature and away from all this stuff on the social media. So go out and look at these trees. There's information stored in trees. This is the Akashic Records. I can tap into my cousin. I can tap in, and I can still feel him. And the tree is very sacred. Nature and the sun and everything is very sacred. So think about what I said. Maybe there's someone close to you that's passed on, or they're still here. But always remember, appreciate and value those who are close to you, whether they're physically here now or if they passed. That's all I'm going to say. This one goes out to Kevin. This is the day. Every Saturday in late October, I come here and I dedicate a day to Kevin, and I'm going to continue this.